Howdy y'all, it's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this March 21st. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. Carve the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and that notification bell so you stay caught up. So yesterday we saw God call Samuel to be his prophet for Israel, to be the one who speaks for God in this time. And so now we're going to continue with Samuel's story. We're going to jump over a few chapters in order to go to chapter 8 today. We're only going to read the first few verses today of chapter 8, but to set up a little bit of context. So at this time, Israel is still in conflict with the Philistines. If you remember from way back in Judges, the Philistines were the enemy that Samson had dealt with. The Israelites and the Philistines are, you kind of consider them mortal enemies. They're all always butting heads with each other. So there's still a problem with Israel right now. They at one point took the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Box, and it's been retrieved now and it's back in Israel. So now we're going to see how things are going right now. So let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 8, starting in verse 1 today. When Samuel was old, he appointed his sons to be judges for Israel. Samuel's first son was named Joel. His second son was named Abijah. Joel and Abijah were judges in Beersheba. But Samuel's sons did not live the same way he did. Joel and Abijah accepted bribes. They took money secretly and changed their decisions in court. They cheated people in court. So all the elders of Israel met together and went to Ramah to meet with Samuel. The elders said to Samuel, "You're old, and your sons don't live right. They are not like you. Now give us a king to rule us like all the other nations." And that's where we're going to stop today. And that is actually a really big point that we need to emphasize here. So up until now, at this point, the government, I just want to call it, of Israel, there wasn't really a centralized government at this time. The intent was they were supposed to follow God. They were supposed to obey him and follow his commands. They had the law of Moses. They had the 10 Commandments. They had the covenant. They had everything they needed. They were just meant to follow that. And then they would have the prophets, the Levites, the priests, the temple, all that to kind of keep them in line and guide them. But then, of course, we saw in Judges how they fell into sin, and then the judges would come and kind of course correct them and lead them back to God, and then they would just start the whole thing over again. And they're kind of in the same cycle as well here. But now they're asking to be like other nations and have a king, an earthly king, to rule over them and to lead them. Now, remember, Israel is not supposed to be like other nations. Obviously, Israel's not supposed to be like other people. Israel is God's chosen people. They are supposed to be the ones who follow God, and thus the rest of the world will come to know God through them. But now they are falling in line with the rest of the world. They want a king to rule them instead of having God rule over them. So we'll see how that goes as we pick up in chapter 8 tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. See y'all tomorrow.